Hello and welcome to The Racing Journey, a podcast about all things Formula Student, everything from technical engineering, management, stories, and experiences in the world of building a Formula Student race car and a team. My name is Pranay Ketineni, I am the captain of Veloster Racing, and let's get started with today's episode. In the previous episode, I have talked about the global Formula Student event and how it got picked all over the world after 2000. It has not been on record which Indian university first built an FS car, but we can put a general timeline where it became a popular trend. Around the year 2007, various major Indian colleges like the esteemed IITs, some top universities from all around the nation gathered and participated in competitions in Asia and Australia. At that time, there weren't any Formula Student events in India specifically. The closest events we could participate were in Japan and Australia. Also, they were looking for international teams to participate and create an awareness, as it was still a new form of event in this part of the world. All these events were beginning to grab colleges' attentions. The recognition and the real-life experience they offered were attracting new students to try their hand at this. Even the college managements wanted a slice of the media attention, with their students making history by participating in events around the world and representing our country. They started encouraging more and more students to make teams, start designing, and eventually participate in those events. The only catch to this whole enthusiasm was that these events were all in foreign nations. Every team found it expensive to ship their car to and from the event, sometimes with import and export troubles from the custom authorities. This prohibited too many teams to participate in the events. It was high time for our country to have an event of its own. Society of Automotive Engineers (SAE) started in the 1900s to standardize various components and procedures in all automobiles to help the process of making and maintenance of vehicles easier. Over the century, they set up offices in various countries where there was an uprise of automobile manufacturing. This is exactly what happened in India. In 1995, SAE International recognized India to be a priority to set up a major office, as the automobile manufacturing and demand had risen and kept rising. In 1996, the agreements were signed and SAE India was established. The first Formula Student initiative in our country was taken by SAE's Indian counterpart, SAE India. It had conducted surveys to see the possibilities and how many universities would like to participate in the same. By 2008, it was agreed to make it happen, as the virtual rounds in the years prior seemed very promising. The initial design event was later converted to a full event and was called Supra SAE India. In 2010, the first event was conducted. It was well received by Indian colleges and teams. Many teams participated and popularly kept coming back. It followed an SAE rulebook for Formula Student races to the maximum extent, with minor changes to make it feasible for Indian conditions. With the construction of India's first FIA-approved Formula 1 track in Noida, Supra has seen the circuit as its host. This improved the condition of the event to a better extent and gave the student a world-class experience. This event, like all others, had a few shortcomings. The southern part of the nation seemed to not be so aware of the event and was majorly dominated by North Indian universities. The rules and points were tinkered with, additional type of penalties added to make it exciting and challenging, but deviated from the standard followed by the rest of the SAE Formula competitions. With the popularity of engineering design competition, other private firms decided to give more events for teams to participate their project cars. They all wanted to be the go-to event for Formula Student and give the best competitive experience to the students. FSI, Formula Student India, was started in 2015 and gave an opportunity for the students by placing the event such that many colleges could participate without a clash with their semesters or examinations. It gained popularity for the same and lasted for around 3 seasons. It was organized by Delta Incorporated. FFS by FMAE. This was also another attempt to get Formula student to the colleges. It was organized by Fraternity of Mechanical and Automobile Engineers. It started in 2017 and was organized in southern Indian tracks. It was good, but the institutes were not ready to participate in new events while SAE had an existing event to offer to the students. It was more reputable and had the SAE branding, while new competitions was just another event, but not the next one on this list. Similar to the two events mentioned above, Formula Student was also an attempt to be the go-to Formula Student event of India. Safe to say it has achieved the title and is the best we have at the moment. In 2016, a group of alumni of Formula Student community from various colleges around the world came together to organize the best FS event for the students of India. They had seen all the details of foreign competitions over the course of time and had the knowledge and experience to conduct it. It was organized by the official firm named Mobility Engineering Consortium. In 2017, the first edition of Formula Bharat was held between 26th to 29th January 2017 in Kari Motor Speedway, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. 46 teams with over 1700 participants and 133 staff members carried out the event, and it was a success. Pravega Racing from VIT Vellore backed the overall win, with Raftar Racing finishing second and Camber Racing coming third. It was recognized globally as the Indian Formula Student Competition. It was also made special with attendance of Claude Roll, the founder of Optimum G and a design judge in FS events globally with over 40 years of racing experience. Another notable name is Pat Clark, Australian Motorsport magazine content writer and a renowned design judge. If you remember the origins of FSAE from the previous episode, you'll remember Auburn University. Peter Jones from the university, a professor, was also the judge at the event. Formula Bharat gained popularity because of its impeccable management and organizing of the event, judging consistency and international standards. In 2018, the event only grew with more and more teams registering. All colleges wanted to participate in the same and they had limited slots. These slots were offered to the ones who knew the rulebook the best. The online pre-registration test was introduced. The event and management was bigger and better in so many ways. Orion Racing got the overall win. In 2019, Formula Bharat introduced the electric car category and gave opportunities to Indian teams to try out the new category before entering their car into the international competitions. The scrutineering became more sophisticated and challenging. More emphasis was laid on safety, fail-safes, and more of the international rules. The electric category was won by Team Kratos and the combustion category was won by GTO Motorsports. For the 2020 edition of Formula Bharat, MEC was renamed to Curiosum Tech, and Formula Bharat gained a lot of attention from the media, nationally and internationally. The quality of cars and builds were getting better and better. The cars were getting faster consistently, all teams were competing with each other with better engineering behind it. This is where we will pick up in the future episodes, where I'll talk about my team, my personal journey, and what got me here. Thank you for listening to this episode of The Racing Journey. If you like this, please leave a like and a good rating on the streaming platform. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. Please share it to your friends and anybody aspiring to get into the world of racing. You can follow me on Instagram at HeadHoonigan, the podcast at Racing Journey Podcast, to know when a new episode is released. Stay safe, be kind.